This is going to be my 2-month update for Pan That Palette. And in case this is the first video that you've ever seen from me on this subject, I picked out 2 eyeshadow palettes. Well, one of them is a quad, but I picked 2 of them out at the beginning of the year, and I'm just doing a monthly update on my progress with trying to use them up before the end of the year. So it has been 2 months. This is just barely into March. I believe it's March 4th today. So anyway, I'm going to start off with the Maybelline quad. This is the Designer Chocolate Chic Naturals quad in 40Q. And let me insert last month's progress update right now. And this is what my Maybelline quad looks like after 1 month. And this is what my palette looks like after 2 months of using it. Now, surprisingly, I haven't hit pan on this white shade. It's kind of hard to see. Let me see if I can kind of move it around a little bit so you can see the dip that I have going on there. In there. It's a pretty decent dip, and I'm sure before the end of the month I'll have a decent size of pan, but I'm just kind of surprised that I haven't hit pan on that one yet. It's very frosty, so I kind of shy away from using it as like a face highlighter or anything. I typically just use it at the inner corner of my eye, and I'll kind of bring it up underneath the brow bone, so you know, just kind of along that area. So that is what it looks like. I've noticed that this is, let me know if you have this quad too, if your white shade here feels kind of dry or flaky almost. It just feels so dry. The other eyeshadows in here don't have that same texture, so it just kind of throws me off a little bit when I use this quad. But anyway, I did have pan on this kind of pinky maroon shade at the last update, but it was just a small amount of pan. I've used this quite a few times all over the lid. Sometimes I just use it, for the most part, I just use it at the outer corner of my lid. This lighter tan shade here, I'll generally get a bigger, kind of fluffier brush and brush that all over the eye after I put down a primer, just to kind of make the entire eyelid the same color to cancel out any sort of veining or any discoloration that I have on my lid. And then this darkest brown here, I've been using that for the most part at the outer corner of my eye, and I'll put a little bit underneath the bottom lash line. It's kind of a very sheer powder. It's not very pigmented. I do have to build it up quite a bit, but you can see I generally use kind of a pencil brush with this one, so the pan, there's definitely a distinct mark in there where I've been using the shadow. I haven't used it from this point and up. You can really see that in the shadow, how I've been wearing it down. But as far as goals for next time, I most certainly want to have pan on this lightest lid shade, and then I want to see how far I can get with this light tan color. So anyway, there is the update on my quad. Let me show you the other palette that I had in this project. So this is the Urban Decay Deluxe Shadow Box palette, and I'm pretty sure that this is not being sold in stores anymore. I don't think that you can find it on the Urban Decay website. I'm sure if you look on like eBay or Amazon, they'll have this palette, but I haven't seen it in stores for a very long time. Let me go ahead and insert last month's update, progress update right now. Anyway, that is what my palette looks like after 1 month. And this is what my palette looks like after 2 months of using it. Same as last time, I have not yet glued that shadow right down here at the bottom. I haven't glued that one back in, so I'm going to keep my hand down here just in case I tilt it too much and it falls out. So I was really pleased and really surprised with the amount of progress that I had with this palette over the past 30 days. I have pan on 4 new shadows in here. I have Ransom right up here at the top. There's Zero. This one is Scratch and also Underground. So generally I like to mix and match between this quad here and the Scratch shade and Underground. And almost all of the time I'm using Zero in either the outer crease, I'm setting a liner with it, or I'll smudge a little under the bottom lash line. I'm actually really enjoying this Zero shade more so than I did with the black shadow from the Lorac Pro, but I am really excited about how much progress I have on this. I know Ronnie is also panning this palette, and I'll link her channel down in the description box down there. She has been so inspiring because she has so much pan, so much more pan in her palette than I do, so it's really pushing me to use these brighter shades a little bit more frequently, but I have tried out all of the combinations that I showed in last month's update. I inserted quite a few pictures with last month's update. One other one that I tried this time around was I put Zero all over the lid, and then I took Ransom right here, which is kind of a deeper purple. It has almost a blue shift to it, but for the most part it's just a deep purple. I put that all over the Zero shade, and I thought it turned out pretty nice. I have a photo. I'll insert that right now. I have been trying to come up with a creative way on how to use this very bright frosty blue shade. This is in Peace. Let me give you a swatch of this to show you how frosty and bright it really is. So that is Peace on the back of my hand. As you can see, there is quite the frost to this shadow, so I don't know. I think in the summertime it'll be a little bit easier for me to wear something like this that's so bright, you know, but I've been trying to incorporate that shadow in as much as I possibly can. But anyway, this is what my palette looks like so far, and as far as goals for next time, I really want to see if I can hit pan on Fishnet. I should be pretty close on this one. I also want to see if I can hit pan on Honey, and I would really like to clear out this 1/2 of this Ransom shade right up here at the top. That's the only goals. Those are the only goals that I'm going to be setting for the next update. But anyway, that is what my progress looks like so far. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know how you're doing, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.